Good afternoon.
Okay, ma'am.
Myself, Dr. Jyoti Mashai, working as a head department of mathematics. I heartily welcome today's guest speaker, Dr. Anantanarayan Hariharan sir from IIT Bombay. I personally thank him for accepting our invitation and delivering the lecture in our popular mathematics lecture week organized to celebrate National Mathematics Day. Every year we were organizing this National Mathematics Day program by arranging the mega competition and mathematics lecture week. This year also we have organized the mega competition through the online mode by arranging the competitions as quiz competition, seminar competition, poster competition, and then which is followed by this mathematics popular lecture week. And this was the seventh lecture of this popular lecture week series. On this occasion, I heartily welcome Dr. Ananta sir, and also I heartily welcome all the student participants on this occasion. And I request Mr. Vinay Kambi sir to give an introduction of Dr. Anantanarayan Hariharan sir.
Okay, thank you. So, good afternoon to all students and respected sir. Punyashloka Ahilya Devi Holkar, Solapur University, Solapur, School of Computational Science, Department of Mathematics, organizes the popular Mathematics Lecture Week on the occasion of National Mathematics Day 2021. So today, our speaker, respected Dr. Anantanarayan Hariharan, Associate Professor at Department of Mathematics, IIT Bombay. So Sir has qualified his PG from IIT Bombay in June 2001 and PhD from University of Kansas, Lawrence in July 2009. So Sir has a professional experience from different institutes such as Research Scholar, School of Mathematics, TIFR Mumbai, Graduate Research Training Assistant, and Lecturer, Department of Mathematics, University of Kansas, Lawrence, and also Research Assistant Professor at Department of Mathematics, University of Nebraska, Lincoln, and now currently working as the Associate Professor at IIT Bombay. So Sir got the departmental award for excellence in teaching, Department of Mathematics, IIT Bombay, and also he is a finalist at Florence Blank Teaching Award for the Graduate Teaching Assistant, University of Kansas. And Sir, working as a now resource person in MTTS, Mini MTTS, and PTMT since 2013, ATM School and ATM schools and associated workshop for teacher since 2015. So Sir given the number of talks aimed at PG and UG students at various colleges and institutes in India and abroad. So Sir is also part of Vigyan Pratibha project as a team of educators who have been developing the learning units for students of class 8 to 10. So this is the short introduction for our today's speaker. So thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
think you can start the session, sir.
Sure.
Anand.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mashali ma'am, for the invitation, and Kandi sir for the introduction. So this session will probably be very different from all the other sessions you have attended, in the sense that you just heard a lecture on something very new, but my session will be on something very old. Okay. So we are going to be talking about functions, and when you study mathematics, functions keep coming up all the time. So the idea in this talk is just to give you a glimpse of how it comes up, where it comes up, what you can do with it, and in the process also discuss various structures that you will come across. Um, what I will keep doing is every once in a while, I mean, or most often, I will keep asking questions, and if you have an answer, please raise your hand, and I will call out the name of somebody who has raised their hand and they can answer. So that would be the idea. So I do not want to keep talking for 1.5 hours without any input from the students. So please be prepared. Whenever I ask a question, if you think you know the answer, you can raise your hand. Even if you think you know the answer, don't worry about whether it is correct or not. You can always raise your hand. So that would be the idea. Okay. So before I begin, how many of you are able to follow whatever I have said so far? If you have understood whatever I have said so far, can you please raise your hand? Well, when I say raise your hand, use the raise hand option on Google Meet. If you have understood what I have said so far, click on raise hand option in Google Meet. Only one person, two. Okay. I will wait until there are at least 10 hands raised, then I will proceed. I want to make sure there are at least 10 people attending the session. Okay, good. Fine. Let's continue. You may lower your hands. Thank you. And at any point of time, if there is something that is not clear to you, or if you want me to explain in a different language, ask me and I can try. Okay, so let me start with the session. First thing is, what the main object of what I'm going to talk about is what is a function. So what I want you to do is, you can click on the list of participants. You can see the list of participants here. What I want to do is, I want to define a function from the list of participants here to natural numbers. I have not yet told you what a function is. I am assuming that most of you know what it is. But before we finally define it, what we would do is, let us look at some examples to make sure we understand what it is. So I am saying I want to define a function from the set of all participants of this session to natural numbers. If you can think of something that is a function, can you please raise your hand? Sagar, can you unmute yourself and say what your answer is? Sagar? Please don't use the chat because I will not be able to see it. So I would prefer that you unmute yourself and just say your answer. Jyoti ma'am, they are allowed to unmute themselves?
Yes, sir.
So Sagar, can you
unmute themselves?
Sagar, can you unmute yourself and tell me what your answer is? I'm unable to hear you, Sagar. Can you speak up?
I think he's speaking something, but we are not getting his voice.
ठीक है. Okay, Sagar, then can you say something now, Sagar? No? Okay, I think we are unable to hear you. Does anybody else have an example? Sagar, you may mute yourself. We'll try and see if I can ask you another question later. So again, let me repeat the question. I'm looking for a function from the set of participants in this session to natural numbers. Anybody have an example? Please click on raise hand. If nobody raises hands, then I will randomly call somebody and ask.
Tulshiram, I think, has raised his hand previously.
Who was?
Tulshiram?
I couldn't see it. Can you ask them to speak?
Yes, Tulshiram Munde. I think you raised your hand.
Yes,
yeah.
फंक्शन की डेफिनेशन बताइए।
नहीं, मुझे ये जो अभी जो सेशन में जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं ना, ये मेरा डोमेन है। नेचुरल नंबर मेरा कोडोमेन है। आप ये सेट ऑफ पार्टिसिपेंट्स से नेचुरल नंबर्स को कोई भी एक फंक्शन का एग्जांपल बताइए। पार्टिसिपेंट्स का लिस्ट है आपके पास, आप देख रहे हो ना?
यस सर।
तो हर पार्टिसिपेंट के लिए क्या करना होगा आपको? अगर मुझे फंक्शन डिफाइन करना है तो क्या करना होगा?
सर उनके नेम लिखने होंगे।
हाँ, तो उनके लिए क्या करोगे? जैसे अपने आप को देखो, आप अपने आप को क्या असाइन करोगे? आप पार्टिसिपेंट हो यहाँ पे।
हाँ सर।
तो आप डोमेन में एक पॉइंट हो।
यस सर।
अभी हम फंक्शन डिफाइन कर रहे हैं डोमेन से कोडोमेन जो नेचुरल नंबर्स है।
हाँ
तो हमें क्या करना होगा फिर? आपके लिए एक नेचुरल नंबर असाइन करना होगा, करेक्ट?
यस सर, यस सर।
हाँ, तो यही मेरा सवाल है। अभी जितने पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं, हर एक के लिए हमें एक एक नेचुरल नंबर असाइन करना है।
रोल नंबर,
हाँ, रोल नंबर।
नेचुरल
वेरी
नंबर, हाँ
गुड।
रोल
रोल
नंबर,
नंबर
यस
एग्जाम्पल
सर।
है आपका?
हाँ सर।
ठीक, तो आपका वैल्यू क्या होगा फिर?
रोल नंबर होगा
क्या है आपका रोल नंबर?
सर 28 मेरा
28,
रोल
तो
नंबर।
आपका वैल्यू 28 है।
हाँ यस सर।
तो आपको क्या लगता है कि ये फंक्शन बनेगा हमारे ये पूरे पार्टिसिपेंट्स से नेचुरल नंबर्स के लिए?
यस सर।
ठीक है, तो मैं ये फिलहाल लिख देता हूँ, हम फिर से इसके बारे में बात करेंगे, ठीक है?
यस सर, यस सर।
थैंक यू। तो फर्स्ट एग्जांपल इज रोल नंबर। ओके, सो डोमेन हमारा क्या है? द डोमेन इज सेट ऑफ पार्टिसिपेंट्स। इसको we'll call this S. Codomain is natural numbers. And the first example that was given to us was
रोल नंबर।
roll number. Okay, very good. So I will come back to this later, but now I want to know if anybody else can give me a different example. Can somebody think of a different example? Please raise your hand if you have an example. Again, you want me to call randomly? I will do that. Yeah, anyone? Jyoti ma'am, can you call somebody randomly?
Yes, students.
Sorry?
Pooja, are you there?
Can you please call some name randomly? Because you know the students better than I do. So you can call out some student and ask them to speak.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Rutuja Sapre, are you there? Sanjana Ote.
Yes, ma'am.
Aboli Pawar.
Okay. So who said yes? I can suddenly see many people leaving the meeting. Huh? So you don't want to interact. Huh?
This was a drawback of online teaching, sir, actually.
Yeah, I know. No, that's why I wanted to make sure that people are participating.
Yes.
Yeah, Rutuja.
Rutuja Gurav has opened.
Rutuja Gurav, can you unmute yourself and try to give an example?
Name of students.
Yeah, name of students. So what would be your value? Rutuja, what would be your value?
Actually, it is roll number.
It should be a natural number, no?
Yes, sir.
So can you so you said the name of the student, no?
Yes, sir.
तो उसको थोड़ा change करो. Try to change it and see if you can get a natural number. So name देख के आप natural number कैसे निकाल सकते हो वहाँ से? What can you do?
Age of participants.
Sorry?
Age.
Age, age is a good example. Okay, so I'm going to write that down and again come back to this example later. And when I come back to this example, I'm going to ask you again more questions about this. Okay, so let me write down age. This was the second example that was given to us. But I want everybody else to think about the following. She had initially said name of the student, and my question to you is, can you modify the name of the student to somehow get a natural number out of it? Everybody can think about this, and I can come back to this later. Rutuja, you have another example? No? Sagar, did you have an example? I don't think you are still audible. So anybody else? Sanchita?
Yes, sir. Birth date, sir.
Birth date, okay. So Sanchita, what is your value?
2000.
So now you see there is a problem. You said birth date, no?
Sir.
So are you saying date or are you saying month or are you saying year?
Year.
Year. So instead of birth date, I will say year of birth.
Birth year.
So I will say year of birth. But you realize that एक और problem है. There's one more problem.
No, sir.
No. What is your year of birth?
2000.
2000, right? Some people only write last two digits, no?
Yes, sir.
Then you see there is a problem. In your case, what will it be?
Yes, sir. There is a problem.
Then it will be 00, not a natural number, no?
Yes, sir.
So when you say year of birth, what more information should you give? In which format? Four
Whole
digits, no?
birth date.
No, you can say
Four
four
digits.
digits, no? 4 digits. So we can say in the YYYY format. Then that problem is not there. Okay. So this is something you should all keep in mind. The example she gave, I could have modified it so that it does not become a function because I could have only taken the last two digits of the year of birth. Now, when you give a function, you should be very careful and you should not allow the other person to make such changes. So you should be very, very clear when you define a function. That's why what we did here is when we said year of birth, we made sure it is on the form YYYY. In other words, 4 digits. So her year of birth will be 2000. It will not be 00. My year of birth will be 1978. It will not be 78. Okay? So this is our value that we get. Sagar, I think you put something in the chat. So let me just check that. Exam seat number. Okay. That is very similar to the roll number that we had. But let me also write that down. So exam seat number. This is similar to roll number. And since somebody has given age, let me also put height, weight. These are all examples. Okay. So, well, are they examples or not? We will see. So now I go back to the first example. I want to ask everybody, is roll number a function from S to natural numbers? Is roll number a function from S to natural numbers? Okay. Is it a function or is it not a function? And let me tell you, it is not a function. So I want somebody to tell me why it is not a function. क्या आप में से कोई बता सकता है कि यह फंक्शन क्यों नहीं है? फंक्शन होने के क्या चाहिए? हम सभी के लिए एक एक वैल्यू होना चाहिए और वो वैल्यू नेचुरल नंबर होना चाहिए. So my claim is that roll number is not a function. Anybody who can tell me why it is not a function, please raise your hand. Anyone? Anand Chavan? Sanjana? Komal?
सर उसकी वैल्यू एक ही होनी ऐसी थोड़ी ना है, इसलिए हम फंक्शन उसे कैसे कह सकते हैं?
क्या मतलब आपका? आपका वैल्यू क्या होगा? अगर हम रोल नंबर कंसीडर कर रहे हैं तो आपका क्या वैल्यू होगा?
4.
4. ये वैल्यू यूनिकली डिफाइंड है?
नहीं सर.
क्यों नहीं है? क्या आपके 2 रोल नंबर्स हैं?
नहीं, एक ही
तो
है.
एक ही वैल्यू है ना आपके लिए. तो ये तो फंक्शन हुआ फिर. मतलब एटलीस्ट आपके लिए एक ही यूनिक वैल्यू है. आप ऐसे किसी को जानते हो जिनके लिए 2 रोल नंबर्स हैं? आप ये रूम में,
नहीं
इस
सर.
सेशन में नहीं ना? तो वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम कुछ और है. मेरा क्या वैल्यू होगा? या संजना, आप बता सकते हो मेरा वैल्यू क्या होगा?
नहीं सर.
नहीं, क्यों नहीं?
क्योंकि हमें पता ही नहीं ना, डिफाइन नहीं किए हुए, हमें डिफाइन करना
तो
पड़ेगा
now you
ना।
understand what is the problem. The problem ये नहीं है कि आपका वैल्यू नहीं, आपके दो वैल्यू हैं, जिन जिन के वैल्यूज हैं सबके लिए एक ही वैल्यू है, लेकिन ऐसे कुछ लोग हैं यहाँ पे जिनके वैल्यूज है ही नहीं, इसीलिए ये रोल नंबर फंक्शन नहीं बनेगा. इज दैट क्लियर?
या यस सर।
Yes, sir.
या सो सी देयर आर टू थिंग्स यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड. एक चीज है कि हर पॉइंट के लिए एक वैल्यू होना चाहिए और एक ही वैल्यू होना चाहिए. सो व्हाट संजना इनिशियली सेड वाज शायद दो वैल्यू होंगे, लेकिन दैट वाज नॉट ट्रू. द प्रॉब्लम वाज हर पर्सन के लिए रोल नंबर होना जरूरी नहीं है, इसीलिए ये फंक्शन नहीं है. तो फिर हम इसको कैसे मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं? ये अच्छा आइडिया है रोल नंबर. कितने ऐसे कौन कौन है यहाँ पे जिनके पास रोल नंबर नहीं है?
टीचर्स।
टीचर्स. कितने टीचर्स हैं यहाँ पे रफली?
4
4, 5.
4. तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हम इसको किस तरह से मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं? हमें क्या करना है, हर एक के लिए एक नेचुरल नंबर देना है. तो सारे स्टूडेंट्स के पास अपना अपना एक एक नेचुरल नंबर है.
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
तो फिर हम कैसे मॉडिफाई करेंगे? तुम मेरा क्या वैल्यू होगा? असाइन कर दो एक वैल्यू. जैसे मुझे दे दो वैल्यू 1, तो मेरे लिए वैल्यू है नेचुरल नंबर.
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
देन टेक द नेक्स्ट टीचर, उनको वैल्यू दे दो 2. देन एक और टीचर ले लो, उनको वैल्यू दे दो 3. या इनफैक्ट यू कैन डिफाइन ऑल द टीचर्स टू टेक वैल्यू 1, और यू कैन डिफाइन ऑल द टीचर्स टू टेक वैल्यू 100. इट डजंट मैटर. तो आपको क्या करना है, हर एक के लिए वैल्यू देना है. सारे स्टूडेंट्स के पास एक ही वैल्यू है, तो जिन जिन के पास वैल्यू नहीं है उन सबको वैल्यू दे दो 100. 100 नेचुरल नंबर है.
यस सर।
तो अभी मेरा भी एक सिंगल वैल्यू है.
Yes, sir.
ज्योति मैम का भी सिंगल वैल्यू है.
यस सर।
या सारे टीचर्स के लिए सिंगल सिंगल वैल्यूज हैं. तो क्या ये फंक्शन बना कि नहीं बना अभी? कैन यू नाउ सी रोल नंबर
यस सर।
with a modification with values for teachers? अगर तुमने ये नहीं किया then there is a problem. Teachers don't have a value, so it is not a function. Abhi, how did I solve the problem here? How did I make it a function? Those who did not have values, we assigned them a value. But there is one more way to take care of this issue. Does anybody know how to do it? My domain was a set of people in this room, set of students in this, or set of participants in this session, and I wanted to define a function from the set of participants to natural numbers. Somebody said roll number, and I observed that the teachers don't have a roll number. So one way to take care of this problem is to assign a value for teachers. There is one more way to take care of this problem. What is that?
Set of students.
What you do is how many problem points are there? All the teachers. How many teachers are there? 3 or 4. You remove them from the set. So in your domain, you can make a domain smaller and say set of all students in this row. Is that okay? So you see there are two ways to solve the problem. Whenever they have some problem points, what you do is you can assign some values to those points and get rid of the problem, or you can remove those points from your domain and make a domain smaller and work with the given set. So these are two different ways you deal with this particular problem in mathematics, and both methods are useful in different contexts. Okay, so as you study various things in mathematics, you keep your eyes open. ये दोनों भी techniques आप use करते हो. कुछ जगह पे you include the problem points by assigning some values or by doing something. In some other places, you exclude the problem points and say I will only work with the smaller set. This is a very, very common technique in mathematics. So please be aware of this. Now let's get to the second example. Age, height, weight, these are all very similar. But there is one problem. Can somebody point out what the problem is?
सर हाइट 2.5 5.5
very
ऐसा
good.
हो सकता है ना?
हाँ, और एज भी ऐसे हो सकता है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So then
yes,
how do I modify this? किस तरह से इसको मॉडिफाई करेंगे हम? फॉर एग्जाम्पल एज को कैसे मॉडिफाई करोगे आप? एज इन ईयर्स कह सकते हो. अगर हाइट कहना हो तो आप क्या कह सकते हो? हाइट इन अगर आपका हाइट अगर 3.5 है, 3.5 फीट है, ओके, यहाँ पे कोई भी 3.5 फीट का नहीं होगा, आई अज्यूम. सो लेट्स से योर हाइट इज 5.4, 5 फीट 4 इंचेस. तो आप क्या नंबर असाइन करना चाहोगे? दैट्स नॉट अ नेचुरल नंबर. सो व्हाट वुड यू असाइन? वन इजी वे.
सेंटीमीटर में.
हाँ, कितना? तुलसीराम?
सेंटीमीटर में.
सेंटीमीटर में कर सकते हो या इंचेस
हाँ,
में कर
yes,
सकते हो. लेकिन अगर सेंटीमीटर में मेरा 190.5 होगा तो क्या करोगे आप?
यो मैम.
एमएम में भी आ सकता है ना, 1905.5. एक सिंपल सॉल्यूशन है, 1905 ले लो ना.
यस सर.
टेक द इंटीग्रल पार्ट ना.
यस सर.
आई एम अज्यूमिंग देयर इज नोबडी हुज हाइट इज 0.1 सेंटीमीटर, क्योंकि फिर 0 होगा तो नेचुरल नंबर नहीं होगा. Okay, so this is one way to modify whatever function you have, whatever idea you have. I'm just going to write modify, and you have to understand when you read the slide later on what I meant by modify. Just age, just height, just weight, you have to be careful. Age भी हम किस age के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? Completed age, running age. That is very important. Height में inches में बात कर रहे हो कि feet में बात कर रहे हो, किस में बात कर रहे हो? That should be very, very clearly specified. Okay. Birth date is very clear. Okay, birth date is very clear. Is there anybody who does not know their value? And now I'm looking at this function 3. This is a function as it is. If you know your value under this function, under function 3, under the birth date function, can you raise your hand? If you know your value under the birth date function, I hope nobody has 2 birth dates. Agar hoga to then we are in trouble. And by birth date, I mean वो date जो आपके birth certificate में आए. Okay, so that way we make it unique. Year of birth, once we fix the YYYY format, it is unique. So exam seat number, now can somebody raise an objection ki why it is not a function? I already told you what the objection should. Yeah, yeah, thanks.
Teachers doesn't have their.
Teachers don't have exam seat number. So same problem as roll number. So you modify it. Modify it like roll number. Okay. So now I'm going to give you one function. I gave you a chance to give me some functions. You tell me whether the following is a function from set of people in this room to natural numbers or not. Mobile number.
Yes sir.
Is it a function from the set of people in this room or not? How many of you think it is a function? Can you raise your hand? जल्दी जल्दी, don't wait. इतना टाइम नहीं लगना चाहिए. 7, 6. Okay, very good. Now can you lower your hand? Thanks. How many of you think it is not a function? Can you raise your hand? Sanchita?
Yes, sir.
Huh. You don't think it's a function?
0 is not natural number, sir.
Huh,
But 0 comes in mobile number.
No. When I say mobile number, I say all 10 digits. So whatever
Then,
your
sir,
mobile
it
number
is
is,
a function.
आपका जो भी mobile number है, that's a natural number.
Whole number is a natural number, sir.
नहीं, आपका 10 digit mobile number होता है ना आपका.
हाँ, yes, sir.
वो natural number है कि नहीं है?
है, sir.
हाँ, तो that is the number I'm talking about. उसके individual
Yes,
digits
sir,
के बारे में हम
then it is a
नहीं बात कर रहे. तो 0000 तो किसी का number है नहीं.
नहीं है, sir.
हाँ, that's not a problem. But good. So does anybody else have an objection? क्या ये function होगा कि नहीं होगा?
Yes, sir, it is a function.
It is a function. Okay. Does anybody who thinks it is not a function? Well, I don't think it is a function. Now I want you to figure out why I think it is not a function. There is a problem.
I have 2 numbers, sir. I have 2 mobile numbers.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So the problem is there can be somebody with 2 numbers. तब क्या करोगे? 10 years ago there was a different problem. There were people who did not have a mobile. Okay, now it is very difficult to think of somebody without a mobile, but now the other problem is somebody can have 2 numbers. So you see, this is a very, very good example of a function. It is possible that somebody may not have a mobile number. That means there is a point in the domain which does not have an image, or there can be a person with 2 mobile numbers. In other words, there is the point in the domain which has 2 values. Both of them are a problem when it comes to functions. Okay, so keep these examples in mind. I don't think you'll have a problem with functions anytime. So problem is, the first problem is no mobile, and the second problem is two numbers. Okay, but there is a way to take care of this problem also. Can somebody tell me what it is? In fact, all of you do it. Or well, you don't do it, your phone does it. Do you know what is how the phone tackles this problem? When you save 3 numbers for the same person, what does the phone do? It asks you which number should I save as default. So when you do that, the phone is assigning, making it a function by saying the default number for such and such person is this number. So you are assigning, you are making it a function by putting a default option. And why do you need it? ये काफी काम की चीज है. जब आप अपने फोन से कहते हो अलेक्सा इनको कॉल करो या सीरी इनको कॉल करो, तो कौन से नंबर कॉल करेगा? अगर आपके पास 50 नंबर स्टोर है तो 50 के 50 नहीं कॉल करेगा. It will pick the default number and call. It's an example of a function. Okay, so making instead of saying just mobile number, by saying default number, that makes it a function. Otherwise, this is assuming everybody has a mobile, which today I think is understandable. I think we can assume that. So is the idea of a function clear to all, or are there any questions?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So now, just to complete the this 35 minutes of discussion, can somebody just define what a function is? If you understood these examples really well, what do I need? When I say give me a function from the set A to the set B, what do I want to do? When you think about the definition of function, people always talk about two things, but I think there are three things you should think about. Okay? And I will go illustrate that, but I want somebody to tell me what, when I say f is a function from A to B, what exactly do I mean by that? What do I want? Anyone? Now you gave me a function from S to N. Now I'm saying, so I want a function from some set A to a set B. What do I want? What am I going to give you? What are you going to give me back? Always think about this like a game. So if I give you a point in A, what will you give me? Anyone? I want a function from the set A to the set B. Just think about these examples. If I give you a participant, what did you give me? You gave me a natural number. I picked up a random participant. I think it was Tulsiram. I asked him, what is your value? I think he said 28.
28.
So similarly, if I give you a random point from A, Tulsiram, was it correct?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm defining an arbitrary function. I don't know what the function is. So I'm going to define this function from the set A to the set B. So if I say, I give you the point X in A, what are you going to give me? What do you have to give me? Don't use the word relation here because I don't want to talk about relations. This is something you can express this in a simpler way. If I give you a point in A, what should you give me? You should give me its value. That is the value of that point, no? So, and where should that value belong? To which set should that value belong?
B.
Sanchita, can you repeat that?
Natural number.
Nahin. Now I'm saying from a set A to a set B. अगर codomain natural number होता तो you want it to be natural numbers. Now my domain is A and codomain is B. So where do you want the value to be? In which set?
B set.
B. Yeah. So if I want to define this is a function, f from A to B is a function. So what do you want? Given A or X in A, we assign a Y in B to X. This is the first step. Okay. Given an X, I must assign a Y. Where should the Y belong? Y should be in B. And third, Okay, so yeah, and this y should be unique. Okay, so how do we say this? Given a point in the domain, it must have an image. That image must be unique, and that image must be in the codomain. These are the three things you should always ask for. So whenever I give you a function, I will say, I give you a point in A. What are you expected to give me? You are expected to give me 1 point in B. And no matter which point I give you in A, you have to give me a point in B. If you can do this, this gives you a function. Okay, so this is the main idea behind a function. So now let me ask you the following question. Okay, I want to create some examples of functions. Okay, so let's do the following. So can you construct f from n to n? In fact, let me make it easier for you. Let's start with something very, very simple. My sets are finite sets. My first set is 0, 1, 2, 3 to the set 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So can you construct a function f from 0, 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 such that f of 0 is 1 and f of 1 is 2? How many of you have such a function? Can you raise your hand? Please raise your hand if you can create such a function. If this question is, if you're not clear on how to think about this, can you at least give me one function from 0, 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Forget f of 0 is 1 and f of 1 is 2. Just give me a function from domain to codomain. Anyone? Okay, if you're not following what is happening, can you raise your hand?
A set 0, 1 and B set 1, 2.
No. See, my set is fixed. A is 0, 1, 2, 3. See, this set 0, 1, 2, 3 is my A. And B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want now, can you at least give me one function from A to B? So what do you mean by that? Given any point in A, you must give me a unique point in B. What does that mean? Can you give me a function? Sanjana?
Sir, no, I am not getting your question.
तो क्या करना क्या है हमें? फंक्शन डिफाइन करना है A to B? तो इसका मतलब क्या करना है हमें? कभी भी आपको अगर
मतलब every element of A, it's a
you have to
element in
give a value. You are creating the function, ना?
Yeah, yes, sir.
हाँ, so आप दे दो. 0 को क्या वैल्यू दे रहे हो आप?
1.
1 वो कहाँ पे है? B में है कि नहीं?
B पे.
तो एक्सेप्टेबल है.
Yes,
1 को क्या वैल्यू दोगे आप?
2.
2. 2 को क्या वैल्यू दोगे?
3.
3 को क्या वैल्यू दोगे?
4.
4.
So have you defined a function? आपने हर A के हर पॉइंट के लिए एक वैल्यू दिया है?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
वो वैल्यू B में है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
और वो वैल्यू यूनिक है? हर पॉइंट के लिए वैल्यू यूनिक है?
Yes, sir.
Have you defined a function?
Yes, sir.
ऐसे कितने
Yes,
फंक्शन
sir.
डिफाइन कर सकते हो आप? So how many? In fact, I think I heard 3 different functions when different people spoke. I heard different values. I am sure there are 3 different functions that you gave me. How many functions do you think you can construct now? आपको करना क्या है? 0 के लिए वैल्यू देना है B में से, 1 के लिए देना है, 2 के लिए देना है, 3 के लिए देना है. So suppose I define f of 0 equal to 1, f of 1 equal to 1, f of 2 equal to 1, and f of 3 equal to 1. Is that a function?
No, sir.
Yeah, anyone? If you're tired of raising your hand, just speak. Unmute करके just speak. I define f of 0 is 1, f of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 1, and f of 3 is 1. Is that a function? Prashant?
सर फंक्शन नहीं है.
नहीं है. क्यों नहीं है? Prashant, can you say why you think it is not a function?
A के वैल्यू के लिए B के f of 1 is equal to 1 हमने लिया है ना, और f of 2 भी 1 ही लिया है, तो यूनिक नहीं होगा ना.
Are you sure? 1 के लिए 2 के लिए कितने वैल्यूज हैं?
2 के लिए भी हमने 1 ही चॉइस किया है. B
3 के लिए कितने वैल्यूज हैं? 3 कहाँ जा रहा है? 1 पे जा रहा है, राइट? 3 का वैल्यू क्या है? 1.
Yes.
2 का वैल्यू क्या है? 1. 1 का वैल्यू क्या है? 1. 0 का वैल्यू 1. Okay. अगर थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग है तो मैं थोड़ा सा चेंज कर देता हूँ उसको. इंस्टेड ऑफ 0 1 2 3 आई विल कॉल दिस ABCD, क्योंकि सेम नंबर्स 1 कहाँ से आ रहा है तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आएगा, इसलिए मैं आई कॉल दिस ABCD. ठीक है, तो ABCD, A का वैल्यू 1, B का वैल्यू 1, C का वैल्यू 1, D का वैल्यू 1. तो क्या ये फंक्शन है या नहीं? तो somebody has raised an objection saying कि ये यूनिक नहीं हो रहा है. A के लिए कितने वैल्यूज हैं?
Yes, function.
हाँ, do you understand the difference now? A के लिए वैल्यूज एक ही है.
Yes, sir.
B के लिए वैल्यू एक ही है. So it is okay if all of them map to the same thing. In fact, इस फंक्शन को एक स्पेशल नाम दिया जाता है. Do you know what this function is called?
Many one.
No, many one is a class of functions, but the functions that we have just defined, f of a equal to 1, f of b equal to 1, f of c equal to 1, and f of d equal to 1. So for any x in A, f of x equal to 1, there is a name given to this function. Do you know what it is? Constant function. This is called a constant function. So how many constant functions can you define now from A to B?
5.
5 different constant functions can be created. So this is a very so when I ask you to create functions from A to B, you realize that there are immediately you can give me 5 different functions, which are the constant functions. Okay. Now I'm asking you something more. I want you to now give me a function such that f of A is 1, f of B is 2. Can you now give me such a function? I'm not allowing you to choose the value for A and B. I have chosen the value. तो अभी आपके हाथ में क्या है? आप क्या चूज कर सकते हो? तुलसीराम?
Yes, sir.
अभी ये फंक्शन कंप्लीट करना हो तो आपको क्या करना होगा? मैंने कहा है कि मुझे C और D को वैल्यू देना होगा.
Image.
Value assign.
Value.
Yes, और ये how many such functions can you now create? तुलसीराम, आप कितने फंक्शन क्रिएट कर सकते हो? एक कर सकते हो कम से कम. हाँ, एक एग्जांपल बताओ. f of a equal to 1, f of b equal to 2 और f of c equal to. ओके, वेरी गुड. कोई और कर सकते हो? हाँ, बताओ.
Yes, sir. F of D.
So I will do f of a. This is one function. F of a equal to 1, f of b equal to 2. Then what did you say? F of c. पहले आपने क्या बताया? 3 ना? And f of d equal to.
Yes, sir.
अभी एक और फंक्शन क्रिएट करते हैं. यहाँ पे फिर से मुझे वही चाहिए. g of a equal to 1, g of b equal to 2. फिर
g of c equal to 3.
Okay.
g of
d equal to
4.
Are you sure ये दोनों अलग अलग फंक्शंस हैं? आपको ये कैसे पता कि ये दोनों फंक्शन सेम नहीं है? किस पॉइंट की वजह से आपको पता है कि ये दोनों फंक्शन अलग हैं?
f of d और g of d का वैल्यू अलग है.
Very good. So what you have now defined, अगर आप थोड़ा सोचोगे तो you have really defined when two functions are equal or when two functions are not equal. Okay. So suppose I give you two functions f and g from A to B. आप कब कहोगे कि वो दोनों equal नहीं हैं? या आप कब कहोगे कि वो दोनों equal?
pre-image.
किसका pre-image?
मुझे वैल्यू ऑफ बी।
नहीं, अभी थोड़ा सोच के बोलो, आपकी एग्जांपल देखो, आपने कैसे डिसाइड किया कि ये एफ एंड जी अलग अलग फंक्शंस हैं?
क्योंकि एफ ऑफ डी और जी ऑफ डी का जो वैल्यू है अलग है
करेक्ट।
ना।
और ईडी कहाँ से आया आपका? कौन से सेट से आया है?
ए से।
डोमेन से आया है ना?
यस
डोमेन से।
डोमेन।
हाँ, तो अगर मुझे अभी कहना है कि दो फंक्शंस इक्वल नहीं है तो मुझे क्या चाहिए? मुझे क्या ढूंढना पड़ेगा? मुझे डोमेन में ऐसा ऐसा एक पॉइंट ढूंढना पड़ेगा
यस सर।
जिसके वैल्यूज एफ और जी पे अलग है।
अलग है।
अलग है। इज दैट क्लियर?
यस सर।
तो दोनों, अगर अगर मैंने दो फंक्शन डिफाइन किया, दोनों सेम कब होंगे?
When the codomain has
ये इसका
same
नेगेशन है।
values for
पहले
both functions.
से दैट अगेन।
When the codomain has
डोमेन
same
और कोडोमेन की
values for the both
वैल्यूज
functions.
नहीं नहीं, मैं तो डोमेन और कोडोमेन तो मैंने पहले ही फिक्स कर दिया है, वो दोनों सेम है। Now I am saying I have two functions f and g I have defined from a to b. When do you think the two functions will be same? You have already told me when they are not the same. दोनों सेम कब नहीं होंगे? जब आपको एटलीस्ट एक पॉइंट ऐसा मिलता है जहां पे वैल्यूज अलग हो।
यस
सेम
सर।
कब होंगे फिर?
वन वन हो गए तब।
नहीं, वन वन की जरूरत नहीं है। वन वन होके भी अलग हो सकते हैं। इनफैक्ट आपका फंक्शन देखिए, वन वन है, दोनों भी फंक्शंस वन वन है,
यस सर।
बट फंक्शंस अलग है। तो आपको स्टेटमेंट निगेट करना है। ओरिजिनल स्टेटमेंट में क्या था? देयर एग्जिस्ट एक्स इन ए सच दैट एफ ऑफ एक्स इज नॉट इक्वल टू जी ऑफ एक्स। अभी आपको क्या करना है, क्या कहना है कि ये गलत है। इसका मतलब आप ए में से कोई भी एक्स ले लो, क्या होना जरूरी है? When will you say f and g are same? fx must be equal to gx.
Zero.
In other words, for any point that you can pick in the domain, the values of the two functions must be same. Okay? Now let me give you one very nice example. Again, you can remember this. Suppose I define the function from the set of participants in this session to natural numbers as the number of fingers in my right hand. Is the function clear to all?
यस सर।
So, number of fingers in my right hand. So, what is your value?
5.
Actually, can you tell me what my value is? This is my right hand.
5.
5. तुलसीराम, आपका वैल्यू क्या है?
5 सर।
प्रशांत?
5 सर।
अजिंक्य?
5.
Is there anybody whose value is not 5? Raise your hand if your value is not 5. Okay. So what function do you think this is? Is there a different name for this function? Is it related to the constant function 5?
Yes, sir.
So how do I show that these two functions are the same? You take any person from this room, you count the number of fingers on the right hand. If that value is 5, constant function 5 का value तो 5 ही होगा, then these two values are equal for all points. By the way, be aware कि ये हमेशा काम नहीं करेगा. एक क्लास में मैंने पूछा था किसी क्लास में कि is it the constant function 5? One person raised her hand and she said no. And on her right hand I could see that the thumb was split. तो 6 था वहाँ पे. Okay, so it is not always constant. Be aware कि ऐसा possibility हो सकता है. But we are only working with this particular students in this or participant in this particular session. If everybody here has only 5 fingers in the right hand, then this is a constant function 5. Okay, so now let's go slightly. So इसको थोड़ा modify करते हैं. So question is, how many functions can you construct? Okay. So can you, now let me modify this question. Can you construct f from a, b, c, d to natural numbers such that f of a equal to 1 and f of b equal to 2. So now, how many of you can construct such functions? How many different functions can you construct? You may unmute yourself and give an answer. Yeah. Anyone? पिछले एग्जांपल में b was 1 2 3 4 5, इस एग्जांपल में b is natural numbers. कितने फंक्शंस आप क्रिएट कर सकते हो? या संचिता?
Infinite functions, sir. Or yeah,
एक एग्जांपल बताओ.
if we assign the value C and D, first
हाँ,
we
तो
take
आपको you have to assign C and D. Very good. So that defines the function. So can you give me one example? A goes to 1, B goes to 2, C goes to
3, D goes to 4. Then we take
very
for
good. That's
C,
one
D
function.
another value.
Very good. So all you have to do is choose two natural numbers, send C to one of them, D to the other. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And how many such pairs can you now choose?
N pairs or
Infinite.
infinite.
Infinitely,
Infinite.
right? So you see,
Yes, sir.
you have infinitely many. I have only given values for A and B. You can choose infinitely many. You can still create infinitely many functions. Okay. Now I'm going to modify this slightly and ask you how many functions can you create? F of C, I will say I want it to be 3. Now how many functions can you create?
Infinite.
Still infinitely many. In fact, अभी क्या चाहिए? D के लिए आप क्या value assign करोगे?
From up
Natural
to
number.
4.
Any natural number,
Any.
correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So how many functions do you have? You have as many functions as natural numbers. हर natural number के लिए आपके पास एक function होगा. So if I say give you the natural number 1, you can define f of d equal to 1. If I give you the natural number 2, you can define f of d equal to 2. So for every natural number, there is a function. So instead of natural numbers, if my codomain was real numbers, then how many functions can you create? F of A is 1, f of B is 2, f of C is 3, and f of D is?
Infinite.
Can
Infinite.
you be, not just infinite. In fact, it will be uncountable.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि जितने real numbers है उतने functions आप create कर सकते हो.
Yes, sir.
Right? So what does this tell you? This tells you that whenever I want to determine a function, the value at every point should be known. Otherwise, the function, I mean, there can be many functions. Okay, so even if you know the value of the function at all points except one, that does not tell you what the function is, because that one point can have any value. You have no control over that value. Okay, so if my domain has 50 points, if I know the value of the function at 49 of those points, that does not tell me what the value of the function is at the 50th point. Okay, in other words, the knowledge of all of these 49 points does not determine the function. This is a general situation. But when we come to some algebraic structures, then the situation is different. So now let me go slightly into, instead of arbitrary functions, let's talk about linear transformations. How many of you know what a linear transformation is? Can you raise your hand? How many of you know what a linear transformation is? Vector spaces जानते हो? Do you know what a vector space is? Do you know what a linear transformation is? Anyone? I hope you know what a linear transformation is. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to ask you to define it. Have you seen it? I don't want
Yes,
you to define it. I will define it for you. But have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
If you've seen it, can you raise your hand? I just want to see the number of people who have seen it and who are here. Can you raise your hand if you have seen the definition of linear transformation? Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, good. There's at least 10 of you have done that. So now what I want you to do is the following. Okay? I want you to tell me, I want a linear transformation or let me start with a slightly different approach. So T from R2 to R is a linear transformation such that T of 1, 0 is 3. What is T of 2, 0? Anybody have an answer? Anybody have an answer? थोड़ा सोचो, linear transformation का मतलब क्या होता है? You know the definition? T of u plus v is equal to T of u plus T of v. T of a times u equal to T of a times T of u. Can you use that to give me the answer here? Anyone? Sagar says 6. And since he can't speak, I would let somebody else explain why he said 6. Sagar believes that the answer is 6. Can somebody explain to me why he says it is 6? Anyone? No? Okay. Somebody wants to try? What is the relation between the point 2, 0 and 1, 0? Can you think of writing the point 2, 0 in terms of the point 1, 0?
2
Yes,
times
sir.
T of 1, 0.
2 times 1, 0, right? So, ये क्या होगा फिर? So, इसको मुझे linear transformation इसमें करना हो तो I will say T of 2, 0 is T of 2 times 1, 0. What is T of 2 times 1, 0?
2 into T
Now
times T of
now you see why it is 6?
Sir.
Okay. Now if you understood this, I'm going to ask you one more question. Just to get warmed up. So suppose T of 1, 0 is 3 and T of 1, 1 is 2. What is T of 0, 1? Think and tell me. I have about 25 minutes more. I don't mind if you take on the next 25 minutes to give me this answer, but I will wait.
1, sir. 1.
Tulsiram says 1. Okay. We will keep that in mind. I'm going to wait for others to give me others to think and tell me what they think. So Tulsiram says 1. If there are any other answers, please tell me. We will verify which one it is. No? Nobody? Sanchita, you have any guess?
Yes, sir. 1.
1. Sanjana? Anybody else? Even if it's the same answer, you can unmute and say. What do you think is the answer? Okay. Tulsiram, can you explain how you got 1?
Sir, T of 1, 1 equal to T of 1, 0 plus T of 1, 0, 0, 1.
Okay.
Putting value, then
See,
T of
actually,
0, 1 equal to 1.
see, you want to find 0, 1, na?
Yes, sir.
आप 0, 1 को इन दोनों के टर्म्स में लिखिए ना. आपके पास 1, 1 का वैल्यू है, 1, 0 का वैल्यू है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो आप 1, 0, 0, 1 को इन दोनों पॉइंट्स के फॉर्म इसमें लिखिए.
T of
How do you-
0, 1 equal to T of 1, 1 minus T of 1, 0.
Now you realize the mistake you made. What do you get now?
Sir, T of 1, 0 minus T of 1, 1.
Nah. T of 1 1 minus T of 1 0, na?
हाँ सर, yes sir.
So you see, what is the known quantities? Known quantities are T of 1 1 and T of 1 0. What is the unknown quantity T of 0 1? So always try to
Yes.
write down the unknown quantity in terms of the known first.
Yes sir.
That will make your job easier. तो फिर ऐसा sign mistake नहीं होगा फिर आपका.
Yes sir, yes
ठीक है.
sir.
So the observation is, just like we observed earlier, that 2 0 was 2 times 1 0. The observation is that 0 1 is 1 1 minus 1 0. So T of 0 1 is T of this minus T of this, that is 2 minus 3, which is minus 1. Okay. So now the third question is, T of 1 0 is 3. What is T of 0 1? Anyone? थोड़ा सोचो, and you will realize this can be any real number.
-3.
Yeah, you could make it -3. Can I make it 5? Can I say it is 20? -17? Pi? It can be anything. Okay. Now, let me tell you why. See, suppose I know T of 1 0 is 3. What are the other points for which I know the values? What is T of 2 0?
6.
T of 3 0?
9.
9. T of 1.50?
1. Oh, sorry, 3.
9. 1.5 into 3.
4.5.
4.5.
4.
Well, whatever it is. But it is 1.5 times 3, right? The reason is, think about it like this. So T of A 0. If T of 1 0 is 3, what is T of A 0? 3A.
3a.
ठीक है. तो T of 1 0 अगर तुम्हें पता हो तो T of A 0 के लिए तुम्हें वैल्यूज पता है. बट किसी और पॉइंट के लिए पता है तुम्हें वैल्यूज. So the way to look at it is, you should always, when you do linear algebra, you should always look at it geometrically. Okay? Where is the point 1 0? ये 0 0 है, ये 1 0 है. 1 0 के मल्टीपल्स कहां पे होंगे? 2 0, 3 0, 1.50, A 0 सब कहां पे होंगे? Anyone?
X axis, Y axis.
X axis. पूरा X axis बनेगा ना तुम्हारा? Y axis बनेगा?
X axis.
हाँ, X
नहीं।
axis बनेगा, राइट? तो ये पूरा तुम्हारा आ जाता है इसमें. ओके, तो यहाँ पे आर्बिट्ररी पॉइंट अगर लोगे तो दिस विल बी A, 0. तो इसका वैल्यू तुम्हें पता है? अगर 1 0 का वैल्यू 3 है तो तुम्हें A 0 का वैल्यू पता है?
Yes, sir.
दैट इज 3A. ये X एक्सिस और 1 0 में क्या रिलेशन है? Linear algebra.
Y coordinate equal to 0.
Y coordinate is equal to 0. Very good.
Yes, sir.
So X axis is subspace of R2.
Yes, sir.
उसका बेसिस क्या है?
1 0.
1 0 is an example of a basis. 2 0 भी basis हो सकता है, but 1 0 is definitely basis. Correct? तो 1 0 का जो स्पैन है वो पूरा X एक्सिस बन गया आपका. तो the moment I give you the value for 1 0, उसके पूरे स्पैन के लिए वैल्यू फिक्स्ड है. 1 0 के लिए मैंने वैल्यू 3 दिया तो A 0 का वैल्यू हुआ 3A. अगर मैंने 1 0 के लिए वैल्यू दिया 5, A 0 के लिए वैल्यू होगा 5A. ओके, सो वंस इस पॉइंट का अगर तुम्हें वैल्यू पता है तो उसके पूरे स्पैन का वैल्यूज तुम्हें पता है. अभी 0 1 कहां पे है? क्या वो इसके स्पैन में है कि नहीं? एनीवन? 0 1 कहां पे आएगा? क्या वो एक्स एक्सिस पे आएगा क्या? नहीं ना.
नहीं.
So 0, 1 is outside the span of 1, 0. This does not belong to span of 1, 0. So you don't know the value. That means you are free to choose the value. ठीक है? अभी suppose you choose t of 1, 0 equal to -4. Now, can you choose t of 1, 1 equal to 1? See, जब तुम फंक्शन क्रिएट कर रहे हो, that means you have a choice. हर पॉइंट के लिए नंबर असाइन कर रहे हो. बट अभी यहाँ पे सिर्फ इट्स नॉट अ फंक्शन, इट इज ऑल्सो अ लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. सो व्हेन यू से इट्स अ लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, इसमें कुछ और एक्स्ट्रा प्रॉपर्टी सेटिस्फाई करना जरूरी है. हमने ये देखा कि अगर 103 पे जाता है तो एक्स एक्सिस कहाँ जा रहा है ये हमें पता है. सिमिलरली अगर 01 -4 पे जा रहा है तो आप ये सोच सकते हो कि वाई एक्सिस कहाँ जाएगा. क्या कोई मुझे बता सकता है कि 02 कहाँ जाएगा? 02 का क्या वैल्यू होगा? तुलसीराम?
-8.
-8. 0 -1 का क्या वैल्यू होगा?
+4.
+4. Very good. So can somebody tell me 10 is 3, t of 01 is -4, and t of 11 is 1? क्या ये पॉसिबल है?
No, sir.
Is my screen still?
Hello.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
But ma'am,
I think
not audible.
Voice is breaking, ma'am.
Yes.
wait. There may be some range issue. Hello, sir.
Yeah. So I have some internet issues. I had to
Yes,
switch
sir,
to
yes,
mobile
sir.
hotspot.
Yeah, okay.
So let me share my screen again. Hi, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so my question is it if I have a linear transformation, if I define t of 10 to be 3 and t of 01 to be -4, can I also choose t of 11 equal to 1? The 3 minutes I was away should have given you time to think about the answer. Anyone? क्या लगता है आपको? चूज कर पाओगे आप?
No, sir.
क्या संजना? संजना?
No, sir.
Why not? Why not? क्यों, क्या प्रॉब्लम होगा अगर ऐसा चूज किया तो? Anyone? संजना, you said no. उसके लिए कोई रीजन होगा ना?
या सर पण
हाँ.
टी ऑफ 01 इज इक्वल्स टू -4 ना,
हाँ.
देन ऐसे कौन सी तो ऐसे वैल्यू चाहिए ना, मतलब उसको लीनियर कॉम्बिनेशन में लिखना चाहिए या
Very good.
लिखना है या तो
हाँ, तो फिर आपका क्या वैल्यू आएगा टी ऑफ 1 1 के लिए फिर?
-1 sir.
तो वैल्यू क्या आएगा आपका? अगर मैंने टी ऑफ 01 -4 लिया है और टी ऑफ 103 दिया हुआ है, तो आपका टी ऑफ 1 1 का वैल्यू क्या होना चाहिए?
-1 sir.
-1. दैट मीन्स यू डोंट हैव द फ्रीडम, आपके पास फ्रीडम नहीं है वो चूज करने के लिए. इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes sir.
Whereas अगर आर्बिट्री अगर फंक्शन हम डिफाइन कर रहे होते तो यू हैव फ्रीडम टू चूज वन वैल्यू फॉर एवरी पॉइंट. बट द मोमेंट इट बिकम्स अ लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इट बिकम्स स्पेशल. तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि आप यही पिक्चर अगर देखोगे तो 10 के वैल्यू की वजह से हमें क्या मिल गया? पूरा एक्स एक्सिस का वैल्यू मिल गया. ओके, सो 10 से हमें पूरा एक्स एक्सिस मिल गया, 01 से पूरा वाई एक्सिस मिल गया. बट नॉट जस्ट दिस, अगर हमने एक आर्बिट्ररी पॉइंट यहां लिया इस प्लेन में, so I know I can always write this as a linear combination of some point on the y-axis and some point on the x-axis. So let me draw a better picture. What I mean is the following. So I have the plane here, and suppose I have some arbitrary point a comma b. मुझे y-axis पे सारे points के values मालूम है, x-axis पे सारे points के value मालूम है. This point can be written as 0b plus a0. तो इन दोनों का जो सम है, ये वेक्टर जो है a0 और ये वेक्टर जो है 0b, इन दोनों का एडिशन क्या होगा आपका? बाय योर पैरेललोग्राम लॉ इट इज द वेक्टर a, b. सो इसका वैल्यू इज कंप्लीटली डिटरमिन्ड बाय 0b एंड a0. So whenever I give you a point, arbitrary point in R2, its value is the point a, b. Its value is determined by 0b and a0. Now what is the value of a0 determined by? That was already given to us by 1 0. And the value of 0b was given by 0 1. So what this tells us is the moment I know the value for 1 0 and 0 1, I know the value for the entire plane. So to define a function from R2 to R, how many values do you need to know? Anyone? अगर मुझे R2 to R function define करना है तो मुझे कितने वैल्यू डिफाइन करने पड़ेंगे? कितने पॉइंट्स के लिए वैल्यूज? फंक्शन.
Yes, sir.
Function. I'm not saying linear transformation. I'm saying function. If I just want a function from R2 to R, I have to define a value for every single point in R2. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
But if I make it a linear transformation, then for how many points do I have to define it? Only? You both gave me the answer. Prashant and Sanchita, you gave me the answer earlier. No? If it's a linear transformation, you only need to define it for 2 points. Which 2 points? अगर मैंने आपको 1 0 और 2 0 का वैल्यू दिया तो आपको फंक्शन पता, लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन पता है? प्रशांत?
No, sir.
Why not? तो आपने कहा 2 पॉइंट्स. कौन से 2 पॉइंट्स के लिए आप दोगे? Yes, Prashant. Which 2 points do you think you will give values for? Sanchita, you also said 2 points, right?
Yes sir.
So which 2 points? Do you also agree with Prashant that if I give you value for 1 0 and 2 0, that is not good? वो काफी नहीं है. So which 2 points do you need to give the value for? Look at the picture. Picture देख के बताओ.
A0 and 0b. A0 and 0b.
But कौन से A के लिए? See, जैसे जैसे मेरा A और B चेंज होगा, मेरा A0 और 0b will keep changing, ना?
Yes, sir.
तो कौन से 2 पॉइंट्स के लिए दोगे आप? A0, तुलसीराम A0 का हमने कैसे डिटरमिन किया था? A0 का क्या वैल्यू होगा?
ये 0 का 0 1 0
हाँ।
2 0 3 0।
सो A0 का वैल्यू होगा 3A, करेक्ट?
यस सर।
ये आपको कैसे पता चला? क्योंकि मैंने आपको 10 का वैल्यू दिया है। सो अगर मुझे 10 का वैल्यू पता है तो उससे मुझे A0 का वैल्यू पता है। मुझे अगर 01 का वैल्यू पता है तो मुझे 0B का वैल्यू पता है। ये दोनों को ऐड करेंगे तो AB का वैल्यू मिल गया। तो कौन से दो पॉइंट्स के हमें वैल्यू चाहिए? 01 और 10। सो 01 और 10 में क्या स्पेशल है जो 10 और 20 में नहीं है? If I give you the values for 10 and 20, you are saying that you will not be able to tell me the value for every point. But if I give you the value for 10 and 01, you will be able to give me the value for every point. What is the difference between these two sets? Basis के बारे में सुना है? This is exactly what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
talking about.
Yes, sir.
Right. So 10 and 01 forms a basis. In fact, अगर आपने मुझे 10 और 02 के लिए भी दिया, even then I can determine the value for every point. Why? Because 10 and 02 is also a basis. If I give you the value for 10 and 11, that is also a basis. That will also determine everything. So the idea is not to give the value for just 2 points. The idea is to give the value for 2 cleverly chosen points. Don't make sure they are not on the same line. इसका मतलब क्या है? They are linearly independent. अभी आप R2 में हो, 2 linearly independent vectors है तो वो basis बन जाता है. Now can you tell me R3 में अगर मुझे R3 to R define करना है linear transformation, कितने points पे मुझे value define करना होगा?
3 सर।
Minimum कितने points पे? 3. But क्या वो तीनों point अगर XY plane में हो तो काफी है? अगर मेरे तीनों points XY plane में है तो क्या आपका काम बन जाएगा? अगर तीनों पॉइंट्स XY प्लेन में है तो उनका 3D जाना है ना, तो
होने चाहिए।
हाँ, तो फिर क्या इंश्योर करना पड़ेगा कि पहला वेक्टर एक ले लो, दूसरा वेक्टर कहाँ होना चाहिए? वो इस लाइन पे नहीं होना चाहिए।
यस सर।
तो वो दोनों एक्सप्लेन करेंगे। फिर तीसरा वेक्टर कहाँ होगा? वो इन दोनों के स्पैन में नहीं होना चाहिए, तो वो आउटसाइड दिस। सो इसका मतलब क्या चूज कर रहे हो आप? लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट वेक्टर्स चूज कर रहे हो। That's exactly the idea of a basis. आपका R3 3 dimensional है, 3 independently vectors, you get a basis. So what you're observing is, अगर मुझे linear transformation define करना है, तो it is enough for me to know the value on a basis. So when I talk about R3, R4, R5, they are all uncountable sets. But as a vector space, their dimensions are finite. If I want to define an arbitrary function, I have to give you uncountable data. हर point के लिए value देना होगा. But if I want to define a linear transformation, it is enough for me to define on finite amount of data. कौन सा finite data देना होगा? Basis पे value दे दो. ये finite dimensional vector spaces है. आपने मुझे finite data दिया तो मुझे function पता है. Because it's a linear transformation. Okay. So I will not speak more, but the same thing can be done if you're talking about rings or fields. तो अलग अलग चीजों के लिए functions में अलग अलग properties होती हैं. तो see, why do I care about functions? The main thing in mathematics is you want to distinguish between objects. अगर तुम्हें दो चीजें दिए हैं, क्या वो same है, क्या अलग है, ये तुम्हें पता करना है. तो functions help you to do that. A very simple example is, suppose you are following the English calendar and your friend is following some one of our Indian calendars. Okay. Some days, some centuries ago, you both think it is the same day. You want to determine whether it is the same day or not. अब कैसे करोगे? Here is one small example. Suppose you know that the highest temperature recorded in Sholapur on both the days. So you see it's a function. The function is, given a day, I record the temperature. अब आपके इंडियन कैलेंडर में हाईएस्ट टेम्परेचर आता है 35 उस डे का, जो डे आप सोच रहे हो 35 आ रहा है, और इंग्लिश कैलेंडर के हिसाब से उस डे का टेम्परेचर है 40. Now do you realize immediately that the 2 days cannot be the same? Because you have a function for which the values are different. So the 2 points cannot be same. Okay. So in general, whenever I want to say, अगर दो points हैं मेरे पास, अगर मुझे check करना है कि ये दोनों same है या नहीं, what I can do is, suppose I can create a function such that they have different values, then they cannot be the same point. अगर दोनों point का same value हो, तो then I don't know. It's possible they are different, it may be the same. So at least if I can create a function where they are different values, I know they are different. So this is an example of how to use functions. So the other ways to use functions is to transform the problem from one space to another. How many of you know metric spaces? Have you seen metric spaces?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many of you have seen rings? Rings, fields वगैरह पढ़ा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
क्या आप जानते हो कि if I take the set of all continuous functions from a metric space X to R, that forms a ring? Do you know that? You can try to think about it. Huh? So,
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to write down this as an aside, just a comment. Okay, X is a metric space. Then the set of, I will stop with this example, set of, but I wanted to point out how functions can be used here. Continuous functions from X to R. Okay, I'll call this say CXR is a ring under pointwise operations. What is interesting is there are properties about the ring CXR that tell you properties about the metric space. For example, there's some very nice property about maximal ideals of CXR, which tell you that, well, if X is compact, then there are some nice properties that maximal ideals of CXR have. So if the maximal ideals of CXR don't have the nice property, then X is not compact. So this is another way where you study a collection of functions to determine properties of spaces. Okay. So I just wanted to give you a glimpse of how to deal with functions and how functions in specific contexts can be obtained by reducing yourself to finite data. So vector space dimension is one such example. So if I want to determine a linear transformation, it is enough to get finite amount of data. So there's a lot more that one can talk about in this context. As I said earlier, in algebraic structures, there is a lot more rigidity in some sense that one can study, which does not happen, say, in the topological context. So yeah, but let me not say more because I'm out of time. So yeah, let me just stop here.
Yeah, if students want to interact with Ananta sir, they can have an interaction. If any questions, if any doubts.
Before you ask any questions or any doubts, let me just tell you, the aim of my talk was not to introduce you to a lot of mathematics. The aim of my talk is just to make you think and hopefully leave you with questions that will make you think even further. So my email ID is there on the on this, whatever I've written on the screen. I will share this with Jyoti ma'am. I'm sure she'll share it with all of you. So feel free to email me in the future. But as I said, the goal of this talk is not to introduce you to a lot of mathematics. The goal was just to make you think a little and hopefully give you some more questions to think about.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If you already have questions, feel free to ask. You can also try asking in Marathi if you are comfortable. I will answer in Hindi.
Students' response is very less, sir, in this online sessions.
Yeah,
in our
that's
regular teaching also, we are facing the same issue.
Okay. No, but I think at least like at least some 6-7 students were speaking.
Yes, yes.
That is good.
Those were regular students which speak in regular classes also.
Good. That is good.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful lecture on the foundations of mathematics. You made the students to think in a different way. Instead of taking a textbook definition, you made them to write a definition on their own. And that is what I think it's a great part of this lecture. Thank you from bottom of my heart that you have accepted our invitation. I request Mrs. Uzma Muchale ma'am to put vote of thanks for the session.
Thank you, ma'am. So today I am for the vote of thanks for the guest lecture by Dr. Anand Hariharan. When I was a student, I have also attended his lecture in the Anand College. And it is always helpful, sir, because you come in a such a way that you make a student to think and you involve them in a discussion. And today also many of the students were discussing with you. Thank you, sir, for accepting an invitation. So good afternoon, everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure for the vote of thanks of today's lecture. So we are celebrating the Popular Mathematics Lecture Week, which is catalyzed and supported by National Council for Science and Technology Communication, DST, Government of India, and Rajiv Gandhi Science and Technology Commission, Government of Maharashtra. First of all, I will thank to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam Dr. Nalini Fadnavis, Madam, for giving us a permission and motivating us for arranging such an event. And I will thank to our Director, Sir, Dr. B.B. Gute, Sir, for giving us a permission and helping us for arranging an event. And I will thank to our guest lecturers, Dr. Anand Hariharan, Sir, for accepting our invitation and delivering a nice talk and giving with real life situations like age, height, and all. Thank you, sir. And I will thank to our HOD ma'am, and last but not the least, all the students who has attended the lectures with active participation. Thank you all. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. In your busy schedule, you have accepted our invitation and you have spent the time with us. Thank you so much for the wonderful lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, it's always been a pleasure to talk to students in Solapur. And looking forward to the time when you can come back there again.
Yeah, physical lecture should be there, sir, from yours. Let us hope the situations get better.
Yeah. Once the situation gets better, I'm sure I would. Yeah, I think we'll meet in person.
We are waiting for listening you next time also.
Thank you. Yeah,
मैम मैंने तो MTTS प्रोग्राम का गया था, तब इनके लाइव लेक्चर देखे थे बहुत. सरांचे 8 दिवस लेक्चर केले, एकदम भारी एक्सपिरियन्स आहे सर तो.
थँक्स. तुमच्या कोणत्या प्रोग्राम साठी आले तुम्ही?
सर MTTS मुंबई कल्याण 2019 मध्ये. हा 2019 सर.
सर आपल्याकडे आले होते. He was there with us in February 2019. For some 2 days you are there with us, sir. And whole day you have taken the sessions on the foundations of mathematics.
Yes.
Just
No,
like
I remember that.
Mini MTTS.
No, that was experimental thing that I was trying. Where I mean, the idea was how much can one person do?
Yeah.
I think this about 2 days. I think one can do. So,
2 days you have taken, sir.
I think we can do that. Yeah. So,
let us hope for the best that you came. You will come again to Solapur and you will teach our students in person.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
See you.